Alright guys, so at the end of last video I started making my key. This is my political map that I'm working on first. Okay, and the key in the political map, you've actually kind of already made one. We did one. Let's see if I can find it in my notebook here real quick to show you us where we did this. Let me find it. We made a key when we were talking about what political maps should have and how some of them have keys and how they should have a key. Alright, I can't find it right now. But it's okay because you don't have your notebooks if you're doing this from home anyway. So there's really just two symbols that need to go into the key on a political map. Okay? And those symbols are well, first maybe I should label this key. You can call it key or legend. And the two symbols are a dot and a star. My star is going to be in a circle. If you don't want your star to be in a circle, that's fine. But what we need to tell the people reading our map are what a dot means and a star in a circle. Okay? So, hopefully you remember, a dot means a city, and a star in a circle means a capital. Okay? So, that was finishing my key from the last video. Now let's go on to making our political map. So, if you remember political maps show the different countries, cities, capitals, those kinds of things. Here's an example of one somebody did last year. Okay? I don't know if you can see the color really well, but each country is a different color, or at least the ones next to each other are a different color. So these two could be the same color because they're not touching each other. Or these two, or these two. Okay, but these two have to be different colors because they're touching each other. And it's still touching each other down here. Okay, but these two could be the same, or these two could be the same, or these two could be the same. Okay, so you'll notice on here a couple things. Each country is a different color, like I just said. Each country has a name. Each country also has a city and a capital. And you can see that in every country we have a city and a capital. They did really good on that in this one. They also did well at making sure that the country names were written in all capital letters. Okay? So you can see that they are written in all capital letters for the country names. It's easy for me to find the country names because they're in all capital letters. Okay? The city names, they did pretty good at. They wrote them in lowercase letters. However, the first letter should be capitalized, which they didn't do every time. You can see no capital, no capital. That second word doesn't have a capital, no capital. So those should start with a capital letter and be all lowercase. And that goes for the cities and the capitals. Okay, the capital cities. So, here's kind of what their key looks like also. They just did small and simple. I labeled mine key, but same kind of idea there. Okay? Alright. So, I need to have, and you need to have, at least 3 countries. If you want to do more, that's fine. If you do more, that means a couple things. You get to take some time and make up some more names, which is kind of fun. But you have to make sure you have a capital and a city in each one, and each of those needs a name. So kind of think about, do you want to do just 3 or more? So I think what I'm going to do is I think this whole area seems like it should kind of be one country. So I'm going to draw on my country borders first. So there's a country border, so this is going to be one country. Here's a country border. Let's see. I think I want these islands to kind of belong to a country that's kind of over here. And then maybe to make them all kind of about the same size, maybe I'll add a 4th one in here. They do not have to be the same size. You'll very often see some countries are bigger than others, and that's totally fine. If I wanted to make a little tiny country over here, I could. But this is going to make my life easier, because then I get to put a city and a capital in each one. Okay? Now, just some fun fact knowledge. Most capital cities, not all, but most capital cities are near the ocean somewhere if they can be. And that's because shipping comes into the ocean from boats. Things get shipped, comes from the ocean, and so it'd be hard to ship it to the middle. So they ship it to the edge, and that ends up being a very big city, and a lot of people start living in that city because everything is getting shipped there, and things are cheaper there because they don't have to deliver them farther and all those things. So I'm going to put all my capitals near the ocean, just as a fun fact of something that I know that now you know too, but if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You will not get graded for doing that. I'm just giving you some background knowledge. I have to match whatever symbol's in my key, so if you just made a star, you can just make a star. If you made a star with a circle, then you got to make a star with a circle for your capitals. So I'm going to go through and add my capitals first. Let's go over here. Okay, I'm going to come back and get these names in a little bit. And now I'm going to do another city. Doesn't really matter to me where this city is. Maybe I'll put it, I don't really want to put it in here in the middle. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to put some mountains here. But I guess I could put those over here. So yeah, maybe I'll put a city kind of right here in this country. Remember, I got to get a dot in every country, a star and a dot in every country. Maybe these guys will be up here. I kind of like to spread them out a little bit from where my capital is because it gives me some more room to write the name. So these two, I should not have put them that close together. If you want to, great. I'm just telling you some things I think of just to give myself some more room to write. So think about that when you're placing them, okay? And now I need to come up with a name for each country and each city. I'm just going to show you one, okay? And then I'm going to kind of let you do the rest. So my continent is Thoria. I'm going to try to think of, for me, a few words that go with Thor, or I could just do Avengers. Maybe I want to change this to Avengers, but this hammer looks like Thor, so I think I'm going to go with Thor. Maybe I want to change, I think I'll just do my 4 countries as different Avengers. That sounds, the 4 main Avengers that I know, Thor, Hulk, Iron Man, and Captain America. I'm going to use those 4, and then I might, for the cities, use some of the other Avengers that I also know. But that's just a theme that I'm following because I want to. If you want to follow some other theme, that's totally fine. But let's see. So Thoria. So what could I name this one? Let's go with let's just do Thorland. Sure. You are not going to get graded on your creativity of things, of names, but you are going to get graded on your lettering styles. Okay, so my country name is in all capital letters, and my capital and city names are just going to start with a capital. So, Thorland, I'm just going to stick with, all these ones are going to be Thor. So I'll name this, starting with a capital, Thorville, and this one will be Fort Thor. Okay, Fort and Thor started with a capital because they were both 2 different names, so they were part of the name, but Fort and Thor both start with a capital, okay? This is what you're getting graded on, is that lettering styles, using the right lettering styles. So I'm not going to show you how I do all of mine, but this is kind of the next step, is labeling them all and having all that, and then the final step is just coloring, okay? So when you get to that final step, all you have to do is color each one of these a different color, okay? And let's see, which color do I want for Thor? I'm going to use this. Well, no, that kind of looks like water. I really don't want to do a color that's going to look like or be confused with my water. I just had some color pencils around. Here they are. Because when I color all the water, then I don't want it to blend in. So I think I'll do, let's do yellow for Thor. Well, it might be hard to see on the camera. So I'll do orange for the Thorland here. That seems like a good color. And I'm just going to neatly color all of Thorland. Okay, so I like using colored pencils. If you only have something else at your house, that's fine. But colored pencils are nice because I can color with them lightly, and I can still see everything around and underneath them. If I want to, I see a lot of people that like outline things first and then color it in. That kind of has a cool effect, a cool look to it. But this is a good way to do it as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and color all of Thorland. So I hope you understand kind of this process. Again, I'm not going to go through every country of mine with you. I just wanted to kind of get you started on this and show you what I'm expecting and kind of what you're going to be graded on. Okay, and yeah, so go ahead and go work on your map and get your political map all done. That's the step for day 2. See you guys.